Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter, very censored. Let's just go ahead and say, striving for greatness, wanting to be the best, having high expectations, not falling below a certain standard, any combination of those, anything that means any of those that can be said in multiple different ways. All of the above. If you fall into that camp, if you fall into that camp where you have standards, you have a standard, high expectations, and when the standard isn't being met, when your high expectations aren't being reached, that lets you know, and that's the you plural, you plural, that lets you know something's off. Something's afoot. Something done went right. My left, your right. Something needs to be addressed and done differently. Because if we keep doing this the same way, if things keep happening the same way, the results will stay the same. Assuming there isn't any other variable introduced into the matrix. Assuming there isn't another variable introduced into the matrix, everything will stay the same. All the results will be the same because you are doing the exact same thing and nothing will change. And it's not your high expectations, not meeting your expectations. It's falling short. It's falling well below or below your standard. All of you know that have standards or striving for greatness or wanting to be the best or just don't want to embarrass yourself and want to improve in a regular kind of cycle. Whether it's daily, whether it's monthly, weekly, yearly, however it maps out for you. I can say it with my chest and I can say it without fear, no fear. And I can say it and know that this is the universal truth. This is the universal truth, and it's a non-negotiable fact. The universal truth and a non-negotiable fact. If you have standards and striving for greatness and want all of the things that I previously mentioned, that I'm probably going to mention some more and more and more to show you how important this is so it can stick and it can stay and it can just marinate inside your skull. Not gray skull, but skull. Is that important? Is that important? And it's that true. If you fall under any of those categories and things that I mentioned, you've heard this before and you know this to be true. You've been called negative. You have been called negative. But what does it mean? What does it truly mean? I'm not negative. No. You ain't negative. You have standards. You have an idea of how things should be. And if it's not that way, you are looking around for answers and want to know why it isn't that way. You can do it with a smile. You can do it with a frown. You can yell. You can basically review, rewind, and remind yourself of these things in any way, any method, any way, any method you choose. But it doesn't automatically make you angry. It doesn't automatically make you negative, and it sure as earmuffs. Actually, okay, never mind. I'm not going to do the earmuffs. I'm not going to do the earmuffs. This is still a family program. This is still a family program. No earmuffs. I just wanted to make sure that it still works. Obviously, it still works, but no earmuffs. No earmuffs. At some point, you've been called negative because you have standards. You have an idea. You have a system. You have a way of life. You have a way of how you expect things should be, and it's all for the best. All for the best. You're not wishing failure upon whatever it is you are wanting greatness from, wanting a higher standard from. But it's a trick. It is a trick that easily used to try to make us, and that is peeps with high standards, out to be the bad guy when all they want to do is win, when all they want to do is try hard. And the try hard being backed by actual practice, actual skill, actual ideas that will lend itself to the greatness. Lend itself to the greatness. And notice I am extremely calm, cool, and collected. But that's how those who wish, hope, follow blindly, that is how they try to shame you or trick you into not accepting yourself for who you are, not accepting that you are one who has standards, one who has goals, one who has expectations, one who just don't look and accept it is okay with the way things are, but one who looks and say, why can't things be better? Or looks and say, things should be better. You, and that's the you plural. I did it twice. You plural. Because you have that courage to step out on the island, to step out from the pack, from the group, and be the one or be the few or be the couple who say or says, hey, this ain't good enough. This should be better. I can't accept this. Because if you are okay with that, if you're just going to live in hope, if you're just going to go along to get along, if this is what it should be, and it is what it is, what is the point? What is the point? There's no accountability. There's no accountability. If no one's being held to a standard, just about anything can fly. If no one is standing up for something, everybody's falling for everything. There's got to be accountability. There's got to be a map of how things should be going, a map of how things should appear. And if you don't like the word map, because map makes you think of an actual place where you're trying to get directions and you're looking and you're pointing, well, X marks the spot and you ain't there yet. X is the greatness. X is all of the things that will bring you the goods. Championships, trophies, medals, whatever it is you are striving for, that the greatness needs, that you need to be the best or wanting to be one of the best or are the best. However that ship may fall, it's still the same. The meaning still the same. So map works. Map, it definitely works. Map definitely works. But don't fall for the okie doke. Having standards isn't negative. Being negative is being negative. Being negative without a rhyme or reason and just being upset and mad just to be upset and mad because it makes you feel just a little bit better because everybody else is upset and mad, then that is a problem. That's a problem. That is. I concur. For the most part, that's usually not the case. For the most part, that is usually not the case. It is a straw man argument set up, or it's just an argument to argue a point that's not true. What person with extremely super, yes, duper, yes, high, yes, standards is an angry person? I'm sure there's a few, but are all of them are? Is it 100%? Is it 99? What percentage are we working with here? And why are you saying that they are negative? Because they don't accept reality. They don't accept whose reality? Whose reality? There's a key. It's a key phrase. You just can't say reality. It's whose reality. Because I assume if being called negative, which it happens, it's because the masses, the majority, are just wanting to be entertained, or just wanting to escape, or just wanting to have a little time to have to themselves so their mind can go wherever it is it needs to go, and everything else just doesn't matter because it doesn't belong in this world, in this mind. It is all about relaxation. It is all about entertainment. It is all about all of the things that make that person feel good on whatever level, and anything else is just noise and hate and negativity. Even though it doesn't add up and it doesn't match. But hey, you can do, you can say, you can be just about anything. I'm not going to dream crush here. I would be doing the exact, or not the exact, but I'd be doing the same thing as the peeps who say standards are negative. Well, okay, standards are negative. And if I give you that, what's next then? What is next? Losing, not winning, not having standards, just living life freely and just letting whatever situation happens, letting whatever occur with no input whatsoever, with no control or nothing to push back on or push back with. That seems like that would make somebody negative. That would make somebody negative. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website at extra.vdgsports.com. That is extra.vdgsports.com. There's a YouTube as well, VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever it is you do. Dare comment if you may, comment if you must. Please. This episode is not being sponsored. I repeat, not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, all things Vince. All things Vince. Thank you. You know what to do. You know what to do. Peace. Out. Yeah, peace out.